Hey guys, 10 to 1 you're going to be thankful for this. My name is Matt Bacak. I don't know if you know me or not. I've been around since 1999. The reason I bring that up is because there's many million-dollar marketers out there that have made millions upon millions of dollars sending emails. And, they have access to swipe files and emails that they can adjust, modify, and use. However, they've got them stashed away for their own personal use. And they won't give you their private collection. However, I will. Now, pay close attention because I got a lot more to share with you.
So I asked this question to the people that are inside a group that I am in, called the Call to Copy, and they said, I said, how much copywriters charging these days to write emails today? And people came back, said, starting at about 10,000. Some people came back even said, they're charging $200 each. And then somebody said, hey, I was doing $300 per email. And so somebody goes, you know what? I'm going to raise mine to $300 per email. In fact, other people came back to me. A couple of my copywriters came back to me and said, hey, I charge up to $295 per email. And if you get 1 through 10, but if you get, 11 through 20, it's $175 per email. And if you get, 20 to 30, it's $125 per email. Some people said, hey, I charge $100 each for per email. Somebody else said they're $150 each for email. Some people said $75 to $100, $500 per email. Now, I bring that up because I'm about to hand you over 4,203 emails. I mean, you could figure out what the value of those are going to be. Now, and if you also notice when you look at the page, really you should probably just go grab it, but if you look at the page, you will notice that, just by asking the question, people are raising their price, just like the price of this dime sale. Now, the other thing is, like asking this, and the reason is because they know the secret. They know the secret of, writing emails that gets results, and if you want it, what makes the difference between the email marketing business that succeeds and one that fails miserably is the fact it's not the product, it's not, where or how you advertise, it's not the price. It's the one thing that that can totally kill your results is the email that you choose to send. Now, nothing else is more important than having attention-grabbing, click-getting email, and that's where it all starts from. See, your emails can either pull prospects in and customers in, or pushes them away. So if your email doesn't do its job, then nothing else matters. Find an email that works, and your business can soar to new heights because you'll be able to reach more of your list. In fact, but here's the thing. You don't have to rack your brain at all, and test your creativity, hoping you come up with a winner, because, doing this way, it will give you an absolute migraine. I mean, a huge migraine, unless you already you're an already experienced marketer. And it's much easier to simply model somebody's previous success. And what I'm going to hand you is my swipe file that has generated millions upon millions upon millions upon millions of dollars. And, there's over 4,203 emails inside there. Basically, what I'm going to hand you is every single email that I have put out there since January of 2003 on a silver platter. All 4,203 of them are yours to instantly swipe and deploy. And once you adapt these railroad winners to your campaigns, there's nothing left for you to do but push send and let the money roll in. Now, this is a mammoth swipe file, and I'm just going to tell you, it's huge. In fact, you could read all the testimonials everybody's talking about, from them, but let me just tell you this. Here's my big nudge for you. My big nudge for you is this. I'm going to hand you the keys to the most critical first step. The one that makes the biggest difference in the results. Getting people to open up your emails, to split test, because here's the deal. I split test 5 radically subject lines every single day, to find the overall winner. And I'm going to hand you access to the data of 73 subject line split tests that I've conducted. So you can get an inside look at each subject line, which one won, and also the 4 that lost too. So you can see all that data. And on top of that, even bigger nudge, what I'm going to do is when you download this bonus, you will find a list of not 73, but 265 of the most winning subject lines. And this is worth a small fortune to a smart marketer.
All right, so now I just told you about the bonuses. I told you about everything that you're going to get your hands on. However, you're probably wondering at this moment, like, hey, is there some kind of guarantee? Well, absolutely. I would not do an offer if I didn't have a guarantee, because if you don't make money, I don't want to keep your money. So the fact is, I'm going to give you a 100% money back guarantee. You can, basically just let me know. Here's my email address. I'll give it to you. It's Matt Bacak, MattBacak @gmail.com, MattBacak @gmail.com. And you just shoot me an email and I'll get it for me. Don't worry, when you order it, what's going to happen is you'll get an email so you can get access to that email if you didn't have time to write it down. It's perfectly all right. But just seriously, so you get 100% money back guarantee. Now, here's the thing I want to warn you about. I've got to warn you about, because the fact is, this is a dime sale. Now, this is a hot offer. I mean, it's going through the roof, and as people order, the price keeps on rising. So, you've got to order quickly. If you don't order quickly, then what happens is, because it's a dime sale, what happens is people, when somebody buys, then the next person buys, every time somebody buys, the price rises. The price rises just like those copywriters, prices are rising right now. So I will tell you, hurry up, go grab it right now before it's too late. Don't worry, you got 100% money back guarantee. Everything will be emailed to you instantly. So even if I don't care what time it is right now when you're watching this, just hurry up, grab it before it's too late, because you don't want to come back, because I guarantee you, when you do come back, what's going to happen is the price is going to be risen again. So hurry up, go grab it right now, and I'll see you on the other side.